Hello guys, this is Teddy from Pixel Ferrets, and the game you're watching is Secrets of Grindea. It's been a while since we did a video, and in the old ones we didn't really dig deep into any features, so we thought we'd take this one to take a more thorough look at some part of the game, and if you guys like it, we'll probably make more. Since we've only explained the combat in bits and pieces here and there in the dev blog, we thought it would be pretty cool to do 1 or 2 videos highlighting how it all works. The 3 main aspects of the combat in Secrets of Grindea would be basic attacks, special attacks or magic, and the shield. Basic attacks is what you get by simply pressing the attack button. Regardless if you favor one-handed or two-handed weapons, each of these has a basic attack. While the one-handed weapons are faster and the two-handed have greater range and damage per blow, they both share a few important characteristics. First off, they are of course costless and as such can be used at any time and how much you like. Second, they are skill cancelable at any point in the animation, so you can throw a skill or magic spell into the mix whenever you please. Lastly, they are also shield cancelable at any point, so if you see an incoming enemy blow, pressing the shield button will abort the animation to bring up the shield instead. Basic attacks is a good foundation for your offense, although if you're spec'd heavily in magic, you won't have to rely on them quite as much as if you've leveled in weapon skills. So let's talk about skills. Whenever you level, you'll get a skill point. These points can be spent on weapon skills, offensive magic or supportive magic. We don't have a truckload of spells in the game, but nearly every spell has 5 power levels, which you unlock as you spend points on that skill. The later versions of the same spell will be much more spectacular than the first version, even if the basic concepts of usage are the same. So, when you spend your first point on a skill, you unlock level 1 and level 2 of that skill. Level 1 is what you get from just tapping the button, and if you hold down the spell button for just a bit longer, you'll fire off a level 2 spell. The level 2 spell is usually a minor variation with better properties and damage. For example, the level 2 Blade Flurry gives you 1 additional blow, and the level 2 Cloud Summon will create a higher flying cloud that can strike flying enemies as well. When you put more points into the skill, you eventually unlock level 3, 4 and 5. These levels bring more significant changes, both visually and in power. Each skill has a base cost and an additional cost for every level you charge into. A level 1 Fireball, for example, costs 20 mana, while a level 3 costs 35. Our mana system for both weapon and magic spells is designed to be low max limit fast recharge, and seems to be quite popular as of late. Some other examples of such implementations is the energy system of some League of Legends heroes, as well as the arcane power of the mage class in Diablo 3. Different skills take a different amount of time to charge. Weapon skills are very fast, while the Earth Spark with its superb accuracy requires a significantly longer charge time. That should give you a decent look into how our skill system works. Let's take a look at the shield as well. The shield in Secrets of Grindea is very powerful. As mentioned earlier, you can cancel any basic attacks into the shield, and also many skills allow you to shield cancel them a few frames earlier than you can cancel into movement or new attacks. It's not invincible, however. Every time you bring up the shield, you'll get a small meter above your head showing how much durability is left. As long as it doesn't take more damage, the durability will begin to recover after a while. If the durability reaches 0, your shield will temporarily break and be unavailable for some time. In the midst of combat, this cooldown can be quite significant. There are some enemy attacks that has a guard break property. These attacks will break your shield in one blow. An example of this is Velia's dash. Against some enemies, the shield is clearly the way to go. Bees, for example, fly above your head and can only be damaged by certain magics, or when they swoop down to sting you. If you shield against them, however, they will bounce off and lie dazed, open for attack. In general, the shield is always useful when battling enemies with long delays between their attacks. When you might not have been able to avoid a blow, bringing up the shield will often be able to save you. The shield is not superb in any and every situation, however. The pesky jumpkins in the Pumpkin Woods have such a high attack speed that blocking won't grant you any reprieve. This will likely be the extent to which most people use the shield. For those wanting more, let's talk about Perfect Guard. Perfect Guard is a nice way of making combat more interesting and increasing your efficiency at the same time. A Perfect Guard is performed when an attack is blocked within the first 3 animation frames of the shield. This translates to roughly 0.2 seconds. When you Perfect Guard against an attack, your shield will take half damage and you will negate almost all of the knockback. Sometimes, perfect guarding against an enemy will yield different results on their behavior than just blocking. Remember the jumpkins? A perfect guard will stop them dead in their tracks. The lantern jack will attack you from afar. Guarding against the flames at the last moment will return the favor. As a bonus to all this, a perfect guard will put your character in a boost state for half a second. This lets you immediately cancel the block stun into an attack or skill. If you cancel into a basic attack, your crit chance is increased to 100% for that blow. If you cancel into a skill, that skill will begin charging at level 3, providing you have enough mana and skill points spent. Let's give you some more footage of how it all comes together in the game. Well, that pretty much wraps it up, I guess. Hopefully you have a better idea on how the gameplay is, and hopefully you like what you saw as well. If you have any feedback, feel free to post a comment, and if you think this game might be something for you and you want to follow the progress, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and tell your friends. All those things make us warm and fuzzy inside. I'm Teddy from Pixel Ferrets, and you just watched a video of Secrets of Grindea.